So, one thing to remember is that the EPA has a food recovery hierarchy. And whenever I talk about food waste reduction that doesn't necessarily need to go to composting, these are the things that I'm talking about right here is following that hierarchy, that inverted triangle that shows source reduction, feeding hungry people legally. Through donations, feeding animals, industrial uses, and composting is kind of at the bottom there before you get to landfill and incineration. So, source reduction, just to go over this really quick, you can see a couple of examples out to the side would be like inventory control, first in, first out. So, folks who are in the restaurant or the hospitality industry understand what food rotation, inventory, first in, first out mean. It's all about dating the food and using it before it goes to waste. So, um, also, we're here to bust the myth that foods can't be legally donated, and that if you do donate them and then somebody gets sick, you might be held liable legally. That's not the case. In 1996, the Good Samaritan Act was passed, and it covers federally all US based food permitted businesses. And if you donate foods to feed hungry people that are still consumable by humans, um, then you are not only covered, but you can track that on a manifest, add it to your tax documents, and get an IRS rebate or a refund or a credit on your taxes. So it's kind of a win-win there. You have to be able to work with a kind of a local, like a local nonprofit that does food redistribution, and all of their employees or their volunteers are trained in proper food handling, and that everything is stored at the proper time and temperature standards for your state's health code. So make sure that those are the things that you're following, and that you've got a plan set up with that food redistribution nonprofit